Hey guys, this is Doug. I'm back in Abu Dhabi. There's nothing really to show you about the flight back. I got to sit in between two Muslims in full dress that were polite but didn't want to talk to me or have anything to do with me, even though they spoke English, weren't the least bit interested in having much contact, evidently, but the flight was delayed about an hour getting off the ground, so Brother Iyad went to get me at the airport, got in about 1:30. It's 2 something now. I put a shirt on. It's 3:16 a.m. here. We had Yaman cook some spaghetti. We had 2 o'clock in the morning, had a plate full of carbs. We'll see what that does. There wasn't any time today after the tour, and Muslim brought me home to Pastor Bassam's house, and then it was just time for dinner, and I took maybe an hour nap sitting in the chair in the living room waiting for Bassam to get home from work he and his wife to take me to the airport, and they're just really sweet and tried to cram in all the last minute stuff that needed to be said, pray for Aman, and I didn't have time to really process some of the stuff from earlier today. I didn't intend to come to tour, and I wanted to minister to people today, but there wasn't. Susie had a doctor's appointment, and Bassam had to be at work, and there just wasn't any. Just all the doors closed for that, and Bassam had already paid Muslim to take me around, and he and I got to talk some about the hypocrisy of selling Jesus and the religion of the icons and the whatever. I didn't do video when I went into one of the stops on the tour. Normally is this mosaic factory where they create jobs for handicapped women to make these mosaics with itty bitty little tiles, and they make coasters and tabletops, and you can have it shipped wherever the government sponsors the thing, and so they'll ship it free to America for you, and mother of pearl inlay, and then they got a big shopping floor with all kinds of handcrafts and Jordanian this and that, and one of the guys working the booth that has all the little carved wooden things, little crosses and camels and little olive wood, this and that, and comes over to me and says, all this olive wood comes from the areas where Jesus preached, and who knows, maybe he touched this tree, he leaned on this tree, you take this home and bless your house. Like they're going around cutting down 2,000-year-old trees to make little camels. And I just want to throw up. I'm polite, Muslim and I talked about how to make sense of that. Can you be a tour guide to holy sites and charge money for it and ethically be okay? Is it a sin? Is it, there's cost to maintaining the sites. Is the government wrong to protect them and guard them and collect a little bit of money for staff and archaeological fees and whatever? I don't know. I don't even want to think about that crap. It's just maybe it's a combination of the Lord just pouring me out on the people the night before, and such a tremendous heart for Aman Jordan, and there's so much sadness and so much just below the surface. So much anger. and a real pride that Lebanon is a peaceful country and that they're not at war and that they're not part of the gang that's trying to destroy Israel. And they just want everybody to get along and they don't want to fight anymore and they don't want to play footsies with the Palestinians that are over the top. And you know, there's some, at least from the Christians, there's some real pride in where Jordan is going and how they're doing better and how much religious freedom the Christians have in Jordan. But it's partly it's exhausting because um, all through my day, I'm sitting next to or walking by people that if I bump into them, I could probably apologize and it would be fine. But if I showed the slightest little bit of indignation or impatience or right to the space that they're standing in, they would just blow a gasket. I mean, blow a gasket right there in the airport. And it's not like I'm worried for my safety. That's not it at all. But I'm not looking for trouble either, and I don't want to create a scene, and I'm not going to, you know, chest bump a Muslim in the airport in Amman, Jordan, you know, over, you know, accidentally bumping into him with your suitcase or something. The people were tremendously generous. I haven't paid for anything except some postcards, and even those were given to me. I didn't pay for the postcards now that I think about it. And I went into a gift shop and told him I didn't want to buy anything. I gave him an apology of the world letter, the English-speaking shopkeeper who lived in America for a while. I gave him an apology of the world letter, and he gave me souvenirs. Pastor Bassam wouldn't take any money. I wanted to sow a seed into his ministry, and I wanted to give him a little bit of the money that had been given to me by the Indian congregation, and he wouldn't hear anything of it. Just flat would not. I mean, almost in tears, insisting not. And I was almost in tears, insisting that he would. It was quite a standoff at the airport while his wife is double parked with the engine running. And there's just such, there are so many, many just beautiful, sweet spirits that I get to spend time with. And I mean, people really sold out to Jesus. And some people that want to be and don't know how to be. And some beautiful hearts. And then at the same time, there's this overt, over-the-top, superstitious religion, Coptic, you know, at 4:30 in the morning, I'm sleeping on the sofa at the pastor's house, and I get woke up by the blasting in the loudspeakers of the mosque blocks and blocks away, calling everybody to prayer and singing their songs. And you know, it reminds me for all the world of the FBI at Waco just blasting rock music to mess with people's heads. And I know the Lord had me pray a lot for Amman and for a fire to light and for revival to come and for the body to be one and poured me out a lot, and it's required several people helping just to chip away at getting my cup full again, which is great. At the baptism site, I got a sign off from the Lord. Yes, this is the wilderness where I wandered around. This is part of the desert where 40 days and 40 nights, you know, I fasted and sought the Lord. On the other side of the Jordan, Bethany across Jordan. But that bridge right there is where Elijah got taken up in a chariot of fire. I didn't get any kind of sign off on that one. And the whole idea that places are holy, and that by somehow touching them or visiting, that we're going to get holy, I don't know. I don't know. I'm real tired. That may not be making sense. I want to bawl. I want to just wail and bawl and try to get it all out for how much I feel like the Holy Spirit is grieved by all of the tourist sightseeing, knick-knack buying, idol worshiping nonsense that we do and call it religion. Anyway, I pray the Lord to do something about it. I pray the Lord to change it. I pray it impacts you somehow. You see the difference between relationship and religion. It's 3-something in the morning now. The videos from Jordan day 1 and Jordan day 2 I couldn't upload from over there. The connection was too slow and the computer was having trouble cooperating, and I only got maybe 2 or 3 hours of sleep last night and then an hour nap, and I didn't sleep on the plane, and so I'm going to sleep in late. There's no real appointment tomorrow morning. Yaman has to go to work, but I don't have an internet connection at Yaman's house either, so I don't know when I'll be able to get all this loaded. I may wander around the neighborhood looking for somebody with an unsecured wireless just to try and get this done, but then I still have to sit out in front of their house for an hour. So, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what the solution is, but dead religion and all the trappings of dead religion needs to die and stay dead. I guess I don't know how else to say it. Chase after the living Christ, not pieces of the cross he died on, or places where he walked, or whatever. I didn't feel any more presence of the Lord at those sites than I feel all the time. If anything, I just felt more grieving of the Holy Spirit. But I can get that in a Christian bookstore too. I just groan in there for how grievous it is to his heart. But anyway, don't take my word for it. Take it up with the Lord. Watch the video and see what the Lord tells you. Keep praying for me. We're going to delay the ticket. It looks like, God willing, and if that's the plan, tomorrow we're going to delay the return ticket 2 or 3 days so that I can get to Al-Ain next Friday and speak to the Indian group that meets over there and whatever else the Lord wants accomplished. Wednesdays. Sorry, Brother Yaman's birthday, but we're going to celebrate it on Thursday with a lamb and a party at the house, and he just told me tonight he wants everybody that's coming, they're going to want to buy him a birthday present or something, and he said he's going to call them and tell them all just to put money in an envelope and so that we can take it home with us and use it for the poor and stuff. That he feels like that would be better use than just getting him, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so he's not short on knickknacks and trinkets and decor and this and that and stuff, and certainly got more than he needs here. This whole place, the company pays for it. He doesn't pay rent or anything. This big 3-bedroom, 3-bath monster, which if it was at our townhouse complex, easy, I mean easy, I put 30 people in here. So I'm serious. 20 for sure. Anyway, God bless you. I'm going to go to bed now and get it uploaded when we get it uploaded, I guess. But love you. Bye.